I've been sewing for 7 years, and the thing that scares me the most is sewing zipper. And after I try and practice few times, I think it's not really that scary. Hi, welcome to Anju Risa channel. I'm Trisa and you can call me Risa. And today we will sew a simple pouch like this with any sizes for beginners, for dummies. Stay tuned. So we are going to need zippers and fabric, literally. There are 4 pieces of fabric. 2 is for the outer piece and 2 pieces is for the lining or the inner piece. And the zipper, the size of our pouch really depends on the size of our zipper. I'm using a zipper with the size about 8 inches. So the width of this fabric should be the same of our zipper. And then the size of this, it's really up to you. If you want to make it long, then you can use longer fabric. If you want to make it shorter, you can use shorter fabric. But the most important is this part. It should be the same width as our zipper. So let's get started. I will take the outer piece and the lining piece first. Take this away. Now you can see this is the back side of our zipper, the zipper head, and this is the front part, the right side of our zipper. So you can see, place the outer piece here, place it on the right side of our zipper with the right sides of the fabric with the right sides of the zipper. And then put the lining fabric right under the zipper. Clip it together, pin it together. Now we are going to sew this part. Actually, to make a pouch, you may need to use some soft sponge like this. This is to make our pouch look more sturdy. For example, like this. There are 2 pouches of this. This one is the one that I made using this soft sponge. And this one is without the sponge, and you can see it's not very sturdy. It's kind of, how can I say it, false or soft. So because this is for beginners, I think I will skip the soft sponge part. And to sew a zipper, there are a lot of presser foot that you can choose. I only have these 2, and I think I will use this one. Make sure that this presser foot is placed right beside of our zipper. As you can feel it here, I will move my needle to the left and start sewing. When you sew it right here, and you can see the zipper head is here, lift up the sewing needle, lift up the presser foot, and then slide the zipper to the other side, so we can continue sewing right here. Because with the zipper is on this part, we cannot sew a straight line. Continue sewing. As you can see, this is the one that we sewed just now. Now we are going to sew the other part. Take our fabric for the lining and the outer piece. So we are going to do the same thing. This is the right side of our zipper. Put the right side of the fabric right here and put the lining under the zipper. I will clip it so it stays in place. And do the same thing. Sew this part. As you can see, if we slide the zipper we can have a really straight line. Now close the zipper first. I'm going to press the fabric flat down so it can have a nice finish. So we can just pull the fabric, pull it like this, and press the fabric. After this, we are going to top stitch this part. I will change my presser foot to a regular presser foot. Wait. Put the presser foot right beside the zipper here. We are going to top stitch it. When I reach here, I just lift up my presser foot and slide the zipper away and continue sewing. Lift the needle down, lift up the presser foot and slide the zipper away again and continue sewing. As you can see, if we top stitch this, the result is very nice. Now make sure that your zipper can open and close smoothly. Now we have to open the zipper. Make sure you open the zipper and put the outer piece together. Put the outer piece together and the lining piece together. To make it more secure, I'll pin all four corners together. And now we are going to sew this part. Make sure that you leave an opening right here in the lining piece. And when you sew the zipper, push the zipper facing the lining piece. Do the same thing here. When you sew the zipper, push the zipper through the lining piece. Because we are going to leave the opening about 2 inches right on the lining here, I will start sewing from here. Make sure that the zipper is facing the lining, this part. Do the same thing here. Push your zipper, face your zipper through the lining piece. As you can see here, we leave an opening quite large here. It's about 2 inches to make it easy to turn the fabric right side out. Now we are going to clip all 4 corners. Next is to clip the zipper part here so it won't be too bulky. Now turn the fabric right side out from here. To push the corner, I like to use something pointy like pencil, pen, or this is a brush. So if you clip the corner before you turn the fabric right side out, it can have a nice corner. After we push the corner, the last step is to close the opening right here. If you want to make it easy, you can just sew it right there. This is the one that I made. As you can see the lining, I just sew the opening closed like that. As you can see. And this is the one that I made. I am using an invisible stitch to close the opening. We can barely see the stitches. So it's really up to you. If you want to make it quick, just sew the opening. And if you want to use an invisible stitch, let me show you. So fold the fabric like this. I'm going to sew it from here, from the upper part. Sew it. And then sew the lower part. Sew the upper part again. So just sew up part, lower part, upper part, lower part until the end of the opening. After you sew until the end here, just secure the thread about twice or 3 times. Secure it. And then just hide the sewing thread inside the fabric. Just sew it, put it from here, and you just cut it off, and the sewing thread will be hidden. Now you can push the lining inside the pouch, and there you go. Our simple pouch is finished. Thanks for watching this video. If you find my tutorial useful, please give me a thumbs up and share this video. If you don't, just hit the dislike button and comment below about what you don't like. See you in my next video. Bye!